I hadn't been paid before, and I went and did it. And I get there on a Saturday night, and it's on a pool with no microphone, no nothing. And they're a half a mile away. They're in fucking Jupiter, man.
Yeah.
And I go up there, and I'm starting nothing. It just got worse and worse. There was no connection. I wasn't really prepared for it. And the guy that brought me was like,
Just saying what it
he
was.
was trying to clap, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't that. It was that magic night. It was, when you first start comedy, you have magic nights. You have one every month, then 2 every month, then 3. Well, this was the magic night, and I died. So I just walked off, and I remember I met him in the laundry room, and I said, I need my money. And the guy wouldn't even look at me. He's like, huh? And he just started giving me money. And he goes, all I got is like $800 in the check. And I go, done. And I just took the money and went to the city. I remember all I cared about was if I could still get coke. I was going into the city to buy one of those death packages because I had bombed so bad. But he does real corporates. See, he does real corporates. And he does colleges where people tell you it's great money. You're going to have a great time. But after a while, you see those guys, and they're like, I can't do another fucking college.
Listen, here's the thing. It's all about the setup. I try to get involved with the setup, okay? I did a corporate in Dubai one time for this company that was like, they did some tech stuff. The company itself was out of Saudi Arabia. They had their offices were in Dubai, and their employees were from everywhere. India, British dudes, Australian dudes. The CEO was an Australian. All these different things, right? Now, I've traveled to all these places, and I got a couple of jokes about every place. And I told these guys, they set it up outside, nice hot day in Dubai, and with big screen, and they had Brazilian dancers and shit. But I told them, I said, listen, whatever you do, you got to have couches up, because they go, we're going to have couches and shit. I go, have them close, everybody close, get them tight. And what I did was, this worked out really well because I have jokes about every country. So I'm like, hey, this group right here, where you guys from? We're Indian. I'm married to an Indian. Boom, right? Making fun of them, right? What's your name? Patel, oh, Patel, da, da, da. And they're loving it because I'm making fun of their guy. Where's your CEO? Where's he from? First of all, you got to go after the guy.
Yeah.
Go after the guy. Where's your CEO? Where's it? Australia, Aussie, tough guy. And I'm not like an insult comic. I just kind of have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is you do a couple of those, then you go into some of your material about you, then you do, and they set it up perfectly. Fantastic. After the show, they want to hang out with you. They're like, this is touchdown, right? This was great. Everyone wants a picture. Then they got the times when they'll be like, this dude, like I don't want to do bar mitzvahs. I don't want to do weddings. But this dude was like, listen, man, it's my kid's bar mitzvah. And, we're spending a lot of money. We're doing it at the Waldorf Astoria. They're big fans of yours. Now, the kid is 13. They've seen me do a video on YouTube. We were talking about this earlier. They've seen a video on YouTube that was funny with different voices and stuff. They haven't seen my stand-up, right? I tell them, I go, listen, man. I go, I don't know if it's a good idea. Listen, we got this ballroom. It's going to be great. I go, well, what about this dance floor? He's like, I'm going to get the kids to come up, and they're going to sit the dance. They're going to fill up the dance floor for you. That'll be your audience, and then the rest of the people. I go, all right, he wants me to do an hour. I go on stage, and I realize, first of all, when he said kids, he meant kids. There's like 3-year-olds sitting in front of me. All right, so now try and do your jokes about anything, about your wife, about your kids, about your whatever, anything, about in front of 3-year-olds. They're not paying attention. So we sit the 3-year-olds. I'm looking out in the audience. Grandma's there. There's 90-year-olds. All right. There's one table in the far back that's my demographic that's laughing. The rest of them like know me from videos and shit, right? So I was supposed to do like a half an hour. I ended up doing an hour because I was looking for the laugh to get off of. Kept going. Finally, I was just like, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, I got to finish this and go get a double tequila. I need my, that's what I'm thinking. And it's funny. Here's what's crazy is I was done. As soon as I was done, to them, I'm still a celebrity. So after the show, after I was done, music starts, and they're all pulling at me to go dance with them. And I thought I should have just done an appearance fee. I should have just said, I'll come to your place, I'll dance with you, and we'll move on with our lives. You know? Because that's the other thing is if they have the expectation. I did this. I talk about this in the book. I talk about going to Dubai to do, it was an art fest, and they had a night where they were selling like really pricey art. And I go, the kiss of death is when people show up at like a $250 ticket function, and they come up to you before and they go, I love your stuff. I've seen your YouTube. I bought tickets specifically to see you tonight. So I go, now they expect you to kill, right? I go, the best is when they don't know who you are, and afterwards they go, that was great. I had a great time. So that's one of those. I showed up at this art thing, and man, these guys, again, no expense spared. Like they had like these guys were bidding for like $100,000, $200,000 art pieces. So at the very beginning of the show, I'm sitting down. I'm supposed to be the headliner. They start their entertainment at 7. First of all, anyone who does stand-up knows audiences can sit for an hour and a half. That's it. That's it. Or you give them an intermission. I always tell them, I go, listen, Broadway has the best dancers, singers, choreographers, writers in the world. If they go to 2 hours, they take an intermission at an hour. Or they get out at an hour and a half. So you want to do a 5-hour show? I go, you out of your fucking mind?
You're fucking out of your mind.
Right? So I show up, and these guys started at 7. Cocktails at 7. Let's go into the hall at 7:30. 7:30, they bring out this dance group doing some crazy Michael Jackson shit you've never seen. The dude they put these lamp posts in the middle of this ballroom. The guy was levitating. He was going horizontal. That's how fit this dude was. I was sitting there going like, holy shit, I got to follow this? They do like half an hour of that. Then they go, all right, let's take a break. The charity people are going to talk about what the charity is about. They talk about the charity. Then they go, okay, now we're going to bring out people that have benefited from this charity. Lady comes out. My son would be dead if it weren't for you people. Da-da-da-da. Now everyone's down. I'm like, fuck, I can't follow this. Then they do a auction. The auctioneer ends up being a funny dude. And I'm watching him. I'm like, they didn't need me. They got this guy. He's killing it. He's raising these guys like $1 million. People are bidding, getting tense between like the two really rich dudes who are like, everyone else has spent $25,000. These guys are $250,000 for an art piece. But this dude up there, the auctioneer's making it funny. He's looking at one guy. He's like, oh, this British dude. He's like, he just outbid you. Don't let him do that in front of your wife. You got bowls or you got bowls? What's wrong? And the guy's like, fuck it, $270. I'm like, shit. I'm entertained, but I'm also shitting my pants right now. Then they go, all right, now let's eat dinner. Now we're like 3.5 hours, 4 hours in. People have spent like, I don't know how much, $500,000, right? They've seen amazing entertainment. Now I'm like, when am I going up? And then they go, now for dessert. The chef of like the biggest hotel in Dubai comes out with a team of Filipinos, and each Filipino sets up a station at your table, and the chef is German, and he starts calling out orders to prepare the dessert in front of everybody. All right, now takes the sugar. Put the sugar down. Everyone puts the sugar. These Filipinos put sugar. Bring out the chocolate. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. The dessert is entertaining. This is like going on and on and on. And then the fucking DJ goes, all right, now MAZ JOBRANI. That's it. I'm like, motherfucker, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to fucking get their attention, focus them back on the stage. We're not. If I were a musician, I could go up and like just play the drums or something. You don't need to pay attention. But I need your focus. This guy didn't give me a good intro. This is midnight now, 5 hours in.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.